did I get introduced into manifestation? So I knew about manifestation from my mom. So she was trying to stabilize herself in her career, and she didn't know what she actually loved. So there was this secret book which actually changed her life. It moved her from direction A to direction B, where she always wanted to go, and she had a lot of struggles, and the secret book actually helped her to refocus her life and build her life as she wants. So she had been introducing me to this law of attraction uh, quite quite years back, uh, many years back, okay. But I was not so much far into it, because I felt like, how can your thoughts attract something in your life? So what happened, but I was always a dreamer. I always used to imagine scenarios in my head, and I didn't realize then that I had the power to change my life or alter my life, or whatever I wanted, it was possible. Because what happens is, whenever somebody is introduced into law of attraction or law of assumption or whatever it is, people usually resist it, because it, as liberating as the law is, there is also a lot of accountability which needs to be taken when you are trying to manifest something. So you need to rewire your inner thoughts, your inner conversations about something, and alter your perceptions, and people are not ready for that. So that's what I also faced at that point of time. And to be frank, there was no need as such to follow law of attraction in my life. My life was sorted. I had my grandfather who always acted like my father, since my parents are divorced. So everything, I had the security I wanted, though it never could equate my father's security, but the presence, the you know I would never be able to understand the absence of a father in presence of my grandfather until he was alive. So I never faced that much amount of sadness when my grandfather was there. But when he died, everything else changed. And slowly and steadily, when I started to know life, I started to understand there are so many struggles and there are so many toxic patterns which are there in our life, and I really wanted to change it. And up to a certain point of time, I thought that, this is what it is. It is like, you have to go with the flow, you have to accept what is yours and what is not yours. And then last year, I mean 3 years back, I met my SP, who is also, you can say, in the 4D. He is my to-be husband, and you can say that he's already my husband in my 4D. So I met this man, and like, he proposed to me almost 10 times, and then I said yes to him. And then we were together for quite some time, until our inner wounding came into the relationship and destroyed almost everything, you can say that. I don't want to use the word destroyed, because words have power, but it sort of was not a good equation which we were in. And slowly and steadily, the more negative thoughts I had about it, the more worse it kept on getting. Then I just wanted him back in my life. I started with praying, and then all of a sudden, there was this one manifestation coach. Her video just swapped in my YouTube, and I started following it. And I could recollect that's what my mom had introduced me into years back, though particularly not for manifesting relationships or anything like that in general, but she had introduced me to this topic or to this law, and I kind of didn't take her advice then. So I kept on seeing some of this coach's video, and it kind of changed my life, and I started practicing it. It was September 2022, you can say that. And I met my man in 2021. We were very happy for that 1 year. And in 2022, after February month, things became very bad. Then 2023 July, I, from no contact, I moved into being in contact with him, and things, our relation got very, very much better. Though we were not back into a relationship back then, but we started being in contact. We used to be uh, like, I knew that he loved me, and we used to be together, and maybe not in a relationship kind of way, but whenever I was there with him, I knew that it's more than friendship. And I would also like to say that my man was also my best friend and is still my best friend. So, things change. Things really do change. So, if you're going through a bad time, things do change. It's not set in stone. All you need to do is just discipline your thoughts, and you have the power, or you have this inner, if you have an inner knowing that this is yours, or you truly believe in something, it's yours. It is truly yours. Like, I tried to not love this person when things went so bad. I mean, I had never tried to do that, but whenever I was in too much sadness, and I could never really keep him out of my life or out of my mind, because he's everything I've ever wanted, and I really love this person a lot, and I'm manifesting marriage with him. So I would like to say that if you really want something in your life, please stand up for it. And the current situation really do change, and everything changes eventually. Think of a time when you thought that you will never get over this situation. It could be an academic situation, it could be a situation on a career, it could be anything which was irrelevant, or irrelevant situation to you. And things really do change, and you need to have this approach that this is a phase. And the more you imagine what you really want rather than what you don't really want, you discipline yourself into this thing, or into this version that already has it. So we just really need to do that. We don't have to go and fight with people or situations in the 3D, because that won't really help. In Bible or in Christianity, there's this thing that whenever two partners get separated, or maybe they are having a lot of fights, and they try to solve the situation, but one person wants to stay and the other person doesn't want to stay, for whatever reason it may be. There's this thing in Bible which says that God never wants two people to be separated, especially when he put them together, and especially when you know that this person is going to be a spouse. So he really doesn't want these two people to be separated. But if you are in that kind of situation, you must know that no matter what situation comes in, this will never break you both. And the second thing is that the more you fight in flesh, that means the more you fight thinking, I can solve this, I can fix it, the more messed up situation you create in that dynamics. So if you've tried everything and nothing has worked out, this is a high indication to you. You must stop trying it in your own will to solve the situation, especially when you know that this has not been working out. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, maybe you had a very big fight with your man, or your girlfriend. I don't know which gender I am talking to, but whatever it is, whenever you're talking to your specific person, whether it's a girl or a boy, but and you feel like you've tried everything to solve the situation or solve this problem with them, but nothing has actually worked out to solve this situation or solve this problem with them, or you have not been able to patch up despite trying to convince them, please, I would say, please don't try to convince someone of your worth. It's like chasing someone, and whatever you chase will run away from you. Also, the second thing is that the more you try to fix it on your own, through your own actions or anything like that, the more it goes away from you, especially when you know that you have tried everything but it's not working out. That means what? You need to give that person space, you need to give that situation space, or to settle down. And you know what? This universe is a matrix. The thoughts, whatever algorithm you run in your head, that's going to run in your life. So change your thoughts and then change your life. You don't need to go into the 3D and try to change things. You align yourself into that version which already has it, and for that we have this visualization techniques, and we have SATs, we have living in the end techniques, and that's how we, like, whenever we script, we write as if we have already got that thing. And truly, if it encourages you, let me tell you, I had manifested my job, I had manifested better relationship with my man, and so many other things, even like small things, like I didn't want a particular client in my office, and I didn't want to work with them because of certain XYZ reasons, or I wanted to stay back with a particular client in my office, and I was a part of that contract. So all these things I had done by my own thoughts. Had I been trying to break my head trying to fix things, I would have gone mad. So relax, trust, it will be. And sometimes when you feel like too much helpless, because there might be times whenever you are in a downward spiral of things, though I don't want to feed this in your mind that you can spiral. It is all the more stronger you get in your thoughts, the more stronger you get on this journey. So it's really like you have to make it a part of your belief system. But even when on those days when you struggle and you feel like it's hard to trust and you have doubts, just pray. Because praying gets you through many tough things. Praying helps you to surrender to this universe, to God, to your higher power, whatever it is you believe in. It really helps you to stay relaxed. It really helps you to know that you are in control and you don't need to break your head to solve things. Also, one more thing, you really don't need to earn someone's love. You really don't need to convince your worth to someone, because love is the only thing which is not earned. Love is what, yes, you might whenever you give a second chance to a specific person, you might want them to prove that they're worth it, because you have already given first chance to them and they might have disappointed you in their old version. But the fact is, you really don't need to be something in order to be loved by someone. Love is something which is natural. So even if someone is testing you, even if institutes test you, even if the society tests you, they know that that's just for the sake. Like, we have an exam, we test people because we need to give a certificate, but we know that no matter whether this person passes or fails, this person is still worth loving. So you really don't need to do anything to get someone's love. Of course, you can improve yourself if there is something, but you really don't need to be some, because there are some people who have this bad standards. I am fat, that's why this person doesn't love me. I am small, that is why this person doesn't love me. Please don't feed those things in your mind. You are lovable no matter what you are. And don't put a label on yourself. Nowadays people have this label: I am bipolar, I am suffering through depression. That's just a state of mind, there's nothing to label in it. So that's it, all I wanted to say. And I hope you guys are doing well. Please do comment if you have anything to share with me, and if you want to request some particular videos, I'm very happy to help you guys. Thank you.